What's happening, good people? Welcome to the channel. I'm Wes, aka Mr. Budget Watch, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So what I'm going to be doing is comparing 3 different places where you can buy Vostoks from. So one of them is Vostok Inc., one is Merinom, and the other is Kommanderski. So I've put across 10 categories for me to go through, and well, each category is worth 3 points, and the most points at the end wins. So what I'm going to be doing is starting off with the first category and the first website, which is Vostok Inc. And for this one I have scored this a 2, and the reason why is because, well, it works. It's not the prettiest of websites, but it's effective. It gets the job done. You can see we've got all your catalogue there. You can filter by price, and of course you've got some more filters up here. So yeah, it's a, like I said, it's a nice simple website, but it works well. So moving on to Merinom, I've again scored this one a 2, and the reason is it's a little bit nicer looking, but it's not as good function wise, so that's sort of like balanced it out a little bit. So here you know how it's laid out. This one looks a little bit more modern than the other one, and you can see it's quite nicely laid out as well. So you've got all your models, and then of course each different edition of each different model, and then of course there's different accessories and stuff too. So they have like bezels, bracelets, crowns, all that good stuff if you want to upgrade. So yeah, it's a nice looking website and it works reasonably well. So then we go on to Kommanderski, and again, I've given this one a 2. I think although the websites are different in how they approach things, they all work really well, in different ways. All your contact details up there, really easy to find, and this is how it's all laid out, so you can see all the different things that they sell. So again, I mean, it's not as nice looking as Merinom or as Vostok Inc., but it's functional, and again it works well. So they all score 2, they all work, but they just do it in different ways. Right guys, so we've just taken a look at the website. Now let's take a look at what languages these websites are available in, because obviously it's very important with them being Russian if they're available in your native language. So Merinom unfortunately comes in last place because it only has 5. We have Russian, English, Spanish, Italian and Dutch. Still impressive, but not impressive enough to win. Next on the list is Kommanderski. You can see we have Chinese, English, French, Italian, Japanese, Russian and Spanish. But that is not enough, unfortunately, because the winner is Vostok Inc. And that has Russian, English, Dutch, French, Portuguese, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, Arab, Dutch and Swedish. So you can see that wins because it has the most languages. So now we're going to move on to selection, and we're going to go back to Vostok Inc. because this surprisingly has the least amount of watches available. So I spent a bit of time and actually calculated roughly how many watches each one of these stores have. So this one scores 1 point because it has the least. So this one approximately has 513 different options to choose from. Now you might think that is actually quite a lot, but just wait and see here how much the other 2 have. So these are just your basic ones, and then you can see we've got loads of pages. But then there's of course all these different ones as well to choose from. So there's like the amphibian, female amphibian, so women's versions, amphibian, the regular ones, East, Commander, Kommanderski, and then all these special editions and stuff like that as well. So there is quite a broad selection. So then in second place we have Kommanderski, and they have 628 to choose from. So again, that is on every single one of these and all of these. It all tots up to around 628 different watches to choose from, and it looks like they're adding quite a few every day. Like this one's cropped up today, this one, and these 2 as well. So they are adding new ones all the time. So this number for each of them is continually growing. But of course, you have to remember that not all of these watches are in stock. Some of them on Commanderskate and Meranom are not available to purchase. Yes, they're still listed, but you can't actually pick them up. Whereas on Vostok Inc., all of them seem to be in stock. So it kind of sort of makes Vostok Inc. the best, but in terms of raw selection, you know, Commanderskate does have a little bit more. And then finally we get on to Meranom, which scores 3 points, because that has a massive 842 different ones to choose from. I just think that is absolutely insane. But again, you have to remember that not all of those are in stock. So technically, if you just look at it at that standpoint, Meranom is the clear winner. But actually, Direct is better because they're more likely to be in stock. So, you know, just take that as you will. So now we're going to talk about prices of these watches, and this is where they start to differ a little bit again too. So we're going to start off with the most expensive I've found first, and that is Commanderskate. So what I've done here, as you can't actually see it, but I've found 3 watches that they've got on every single website, and then obviously you can see the price differences between them. So first up is this Amphibian from Commanderskate. So you can see this is 15,999 rubles, which is around $224. So I'll put UK prices on screen for you as well, so you don't have to work it out for yourself. So you can see, it's quite a reasonable price. So then we move on to Meranom, and you can see if you buy the exact same watch, the price does drop considerably. Takes it down to around $202, and they've already converted that into British pounds for us in the UK. So that takes it down to around 150. So not bad. But then you go to Vostok Direct, and you can see that price drops drastically. So we'll just switch it over to English, and that just one thing that makes me laugh is this, by the way, in garbage. Yeah, they really need to sort that out. But, the price, can't argue with that. Absolutely incredible. Again, I'll put the UK price on screen. So moving on to the next one. This is a watch I have actually covered on the channel, but with a blue dial, but I found it in white, which is equally as nice. So you can see, that's 4,899, which is about $70. Go to Meranom. You can see that does drop a little bit. £48, which is really good. Where I got mine from, it equates to around £37 I paid for it. So yeah, saving is there again. And then finally this one, this is a field watch. So $75 on Commanderskate, £52, which is $70, so a little bit cheaper. And then boom, cheapest again. So it just goes to show you that, if you shop around, these ones are the cheapest. So that's why it scores the best in this round. So now we're going to talk shipping costs. And this is where the other 2 stores are actually a little bit better. So Commanderskate and Meranom both offer free shipping, whereas Vostok Inc. actually charge you for the shipping. So those savings you get does actually incur a shipping fee, whereas Meranom and Commanderskate include that in the price. But that doesn't mean that Vostok Inc. is more expensive. It actually works out still cheaper to buy from Vostok Inc. than it does with free shipping on the other 2. So take that as you will. So I don't mind paying shipping as long as the overall price is cheaper. So that's how that works out. So this one scores 1. And the other 2 score 3 because obviously they're free shipping. So now we're going to get on to communication. Now communication is very important, obviously when you're looking to pick up a watch from anywhere. So what I have is a folder with my emails from each of the individual stores, and I'm going to tell you which one has the best and worst communication. So, scoring 1 point is Vostok Inc. Now, you can see that there is 2 emails from them. Not that great. Keep in mind that they did send 3, but I accidentally deleted one and I can't find it. So they did send 3 emails, one with an order confirmation, one with a shipping confirmation, and one with delivery confirmation, which is fine. It's perfectly adequate. So second place is Merenom, and they actually sent me 7 different emails, and that includes the order, the shipping, and also where it was. So you know, when it was in Russia, and then when it landed in Europe, when it landed in the UK, and then when it was delivered. So that was 7 in total, which I think is really impressive. But then we get to Kommanderski, and they actually sent 10 emails. So they just kept me up to date a little bit more than the others. So if you really value communication, then Kommanderski is the best place to buy from. Up next is Dispatch Time, and in last place is Vostok Inc. They actually took 2 days to grab the order and process it and get it shipped. It's not too bad, but not quite good enough to secure first place. So coming up in second was Kommanderski. They took 1 full day to do that compared to Vostok Inc.'s 2. And the best was Merenom. They actually managed to do it on the same day. So that is pretty awesome, and Merenom takes this category. Right guys, so next category is shipping time. And well, this obviously varies between each one. Now, of course, this is going to change depending on where you live in the world, but for me in the UK, this is what I experienced. So in last place with 1 point is Vostok Inc. From the date of order, it took 29 days for the watch to be delivered to my address. In second place, scoring 2 points, we have Kommanderski. So they actually took 24 days to deliver the watch. Now keep in mind that all of these happened during the pandemic, so there's no difference there really. But I still think that is very impressive. But what's even more impressive is Merenom only took 20 days from the date of order to deliver. I think that is absolutely incredible to get a watch from Russia over here in 20 days during the pandemic. Now hopefully that will obviously get better once the pandemic is over, but I still think that's very, very impressive. So now we're going to talk about the watches and how they arrived, and none of them arrived damaged. All of them worked perfectly fine. I don't have footage of the other 2 I ordered from Merenom and Kommanderski, but I do remember that all of them were in, you know, perfect condition. Nothing was broken. The watches worked absolutely fine, so there was no issue whatsoever. And that is the same across the board. All of them arrived really well packaged and safely, so no complaints really whatsoever. Right guys, so now this next category is all about tracking updates. Obviously tracking updates are very important, especially when a watch is coming from overseas. So in third place was Merenom, and you can see the tracking information right there. Now that is actually pretty impressive, but compared to the others, you can see why it only come in third. So next up is Kommanderski. You can see they actually did provide more updates, which is very, very handy. The website you have to use was in Russian, but it luckily could be converted into English, so I could obviously see whereabouts the watches were at any given time, and I think that's really good. But most impressive and winning this round is Vostok Inc. You can just see how many updates I got from the date of order to the date of delivery. So unfortunately they didn't, you know, win on communication with emails, but they clawed that back by giving you constant updates during tracking. So take that as you will. I think I could live with that, knowing exactly where the watch is and not having as many emails. So yeah, it definitely clawed some points back there. Right guys, so that is it. All the categories have been done. Let's get to the results. So in third place is Vostok Inc. with 19 points total. In second place, securing a silver medal, is Kommanderski with 22 points. And the highest of all is Merenom with 23, getting the gold medal. And that is pretty much it. all of these places are great to buy watches, but if you want the best all-rounder, Meronom is the place to go. Personally though, even though Meronom did score the best across the board, because I'm a savvy saver, I would definitely just stick with Vostok Inc. and get those better prices, those better deals, and just, you know, live with everything else. But that's just my personal preference. Completely unbiased in this one, as you can see. But, you know, Meronom is the best. I'd still pick the worst because it's the cheapest. But there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And of course, follow me on social media at Mr. Budget Watch. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.